Hello guys, today we're actually going to be working on multiplying and subtracting, multiplying and subtracting binomials. It is going to be a little difficult to begin with because you might not understand what's going on, but I'm going to try my best just to explain it. So if you look at your assignment on question number 1, also I have notes. If you want to go ahead and read the notes, that should also help you out a lot. But if you do not learn by reading and you are more of a visual learner, that's why I'm doing the videos. So right here, I'm going to write the first problem right here. Second problem, it's going to have a plus right there. And I'm going to have 2p squared minus 3p cubed. So the problem that we got is this, right? And you might be asking yourself, what's going on? I don't understand what any of this means. It looks very confusing and I'm lost. So whenever you see this type of problems, whenever you're adding and subtracting polynomials, the number one thing that I always tell my students is that look for the highest power that you got here. Meaning, you might wonder, what's highest power? So let's talk about that a little bit. You notice how my piece, they have something right here? They have a number, right? Yeah, one of them has a 3, another one has a p of 2, and some of them don't even have a p. So this guy right here, that one's going to be your power. And every time I ask you for power, you're going to have to look at this number. Right? Power is going to be the little number that you got here. This is your power. The one in yellow. This is your power. I want you to look at this, because that's really going to help us out identify what we can combine and what we cannot combine. Whenever you're adding polynomials, you're going to have to put things together. Okay? Just put that in mind. So I am going to highlight my biggest power. Well, what is my biggest power? Well, I can see it right here. This section right here has the biggest power. So I'm going to highlight it yellow. Okay? I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to do anything else. Now I'm going to look for the second highest power. So if the highest one is 3, the next one that follows is going to be 2, right? The next one. Let's take out, and I'm going to color it blue. Okay, I have 2p2, right? But also, I have 5p2. I'm going to be underlining both of them that color. Now, finally, I'm going to pick another color, and this is the way I want you guys to do it. Kind of separate everything together. And I'm going to highlight my last number right here. As you can see, I have one pair and 2 singles, right? I'm going to put, if it's a pair, so this is a pair, right? I'm going to put pair. I have single here. I have a pair here, which is the blue, right? And I have a single here. All right, very, very straightforward, correct? Now, guess what? We're going to use that knowledge and those colors to identify what we're going to write. So we're going to have to add, there's a plus right here. Right here, there's a plus sign right there. Meaning that I'm going to have to add these two polynomials. I'm going to have to combine them. So to begin with, I'm going to start with my highest power. My highest power is going to be this one right here. So, because it's a single, I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm going to put a negative 3p3. And that's it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I am done with it. So at this point, I'm going to shade it out. I don't need it anymore because I'm already done with that guy. I already wrote it down. Now I'm going to look for the next highest power, which is going to be this guy and this guy. All right. Because I am adding, right? I am adding. I don't have to do anything. I just can add them regularly. So what's 5p? What's 5 plus 2? Well, 5 plus 2 is going to be positive 7. And I'm just going to rewrite the p2. Now, I already finished my pair, right? So I'm going to shade it out. I'm going to shade my 2p also. What is left? I have a negative 3. Does it have anything? No. So I'm just going to rewrite it. Boom. Every time you do this type of problems, I always want you to write your highest power first. And then your lowest power last. The 3 doesn't have a p, so that means that's going to be my lowest power. Okay, so that's basically how you do one of them. I'm gonna do another one for you guys just to kind of show you like what is going on here. I know it says on the very bottom calculator problems, but no, I want you to do them all by hand. One of them are let me look at this. Okay, some of these ones are gonna be pretty long, and I'm gonna do a subtraction because I want to show you something real quick. I'm gonna have 7. We're doing number 3 on the calculator part. Like I said, you do it all by hand. 7 minus 2x to the 4th power plus 5x to the 2nd power. Okay? Minus, it's going to be 4 plus 6x to the 4 minus 2x. Okay? We already wrote everything. Now we're going to have to start pairing our things. You know, like make sure we identify what do we have. I'm going to go ahead and look for the highest power. I can see that my highest power is going to be this guy right here. To the 4th power, I don't see anything higher. So I have 2 of those actually. I have negative 2x to the 4th, and I have 6x to the 4th power, right? One of them is positive and one of them is negative. That's important. Now I'm going to actually color another one. Which is the second highest power that I can see. It's going to be this plus 5, right? And this negative 2x. Okay, that's the next one. Finally, I'm going to pair up my last 2, which I can already see. It's going to be positive 7 and my positive 4 right here, right? But this is where I want you to put very close attention. I'm going to have to combine whatever I have, right? But because I have a negative right there where I put the arrow, the negative is going to change the sign of all of this. I put like a little line, and all of that is going to change signs, right? So let me hide that negative real quick. Let me do this real quick. There we go. There we go. So what do we have? We have a positive 4, a positive 6, and a negative 2. But because we're doing because of the negative, that's going to change. We're going to get negative 4, negative 6x to the 4, and positive 2x squared. Okay? It's going to change everything inside that we have there. So now I can combine my like terms. So my highest one is going to be what? Negative 2x to the 4th and negative 6x to the 4th. If I put them together, I'm going to get negative 8x to the 4th. So now I can take them out. Right? Now we don't worry about that anymore. Let me erase this too, because we're not going to use those. Okay, second highest one is going to be positive 5x squared and positive 2x squared. What's 5 plus 2? It's 7x squared. Okay, so now I can actually erase this guy, and I can erase this guy. We don't need him anymore. Finally, we have a positive 7 and we have a negative 4. So 7 minus 4 is going to be a plus 3. Alright, if you look at your answer choices for this one, because it's going to be multiple choice in this last section, you can see that the answer D is actually going to be my answer of choice. So that's basically it. Hopefully you guys learned something from today, and I'll see you guys next time.